All right, welcome back. We're on season 2, episode 2, I believe. We got Sergio here with us again,
What's up?
Nick, what's good?
and we're currently quarantined for day 7 of this coronavirus quarantine.
Is it day 7?
No, it's like day 3 or 2.
Yeah, like day 3.
Yeah.
It's real early on in this shit.
What have y'all been doing since we've been? Are y'all taking it serious, the quarantine?
I feel like it should be taken seriously.
But are you taking it serious?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like, I'm not gonna go out.
Okay.
Like, I don't really go out, but either way, I'm not gonna go out.
What about you, Sergio?
Well, are you guys afraid to die or anything?
From this?
Yeah.
Mm.
From
No.
anything?
Well, the survival rate's like super high for it.
It's a high survival rate, but I hear it's pretty bad in other countries. I just haven't informed myself well enough. I just try not to worry too much about it.
It's bad if you just keep going out and just like spreading it.
But like the crazy thing is, not knowing that you're infected.
Yeah, showing no symptoms.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone who's listening to this has like heard enough about like all this shit.
Probably tired of it, honestly.
Yeah, but I'm taking it with a grain of salt. I'm not gonna worry too much about it.
Well, I mean, the only thing I'm tripping about is that you have like the super left people who are like, because it's all political. From what I have seen, it's been all very political.
It's ridiculous how political.
It's very political. So it's like the people on the left are like freaking out like crazy, which maybe they should be, but I don't know that. And the people on the right are like chill about it, like they don't give a fuck almost.
Yeah.
And like they're almost like just complaining of how much of an inconvenience it is, which it is, but for you to like not even care about the actual like substance of the matter.
Like the fucking assholes going to Florida and shit.
Yeah, like that shit. That's stupid.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Did you hear about that?
It's like, oh yeah, Corona, it's kind of ruining our spring break, blah, blah, blah. I was like,
You didn't see
bro,
the video?
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, it's just that, like, maybe, I mean, they interviewed like a couple kids, a little bit younger than us, but they were just going to spring break and then chilling and shit, and then a bunch of them went back home and spread it.
You don't remember being young and dumb?
I'm still young and dumb, but I'm just not.
No,
young
but like
and
young.
stupid.
Nah, I'm not that stupid.
I mean, they're not that young. They're like a couple years younger than me.
Like 20s.
Yeah,
21.
like early 20s. Like I'm early 20s. I'm 23, but they're 21, 19, 20.
Yeah.
Like dumb as fuck.
I think no, I wouldn't say dumb as fuck.
Nah,
It's
that's
just
dumb.
I mean, it might be ignorance.
It's a worldwide epidemic that's happening.
Yeah. Who claimed it as a pandemic early on too?
Yeah.
The World Health Organization, which I didn't know was a thing.
Did you guys watch the Louis C.K. special on Netflix?
Huh?
Which
Did they
one?
talk about Corona?
No. He had a skit, like
then
a
the
stand-up
world?
comedy. He was talking about how people hold on too tight to life, and how it's not really that important. It's just like, come on.
He was jerking off in front of people?
Yeah, we're not allowed to reference him no more.
Oh, really?
He got canceled.
He got canceled. Why?
Yeah,
because he was jerking off in front of people.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
in front of
kinda
women.
Yeah.
He would invite him to the back of his dressing room.
weird. That doesn't mean that they don't have a good point about certain things.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, I was just making a joke there.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Well, who
Exactly.
knows? Yeah, that's what everyone's thinking. And then, that guy Pete Davidson. Have you heard of the name?
No.
He did, Ariana Grande, right?
Mm-hmm.
The singer. Well, they dated. Pete Davidson's a comedian on SNL and a comedian in general. But he did a special where Louis C.K. like kind of hates him.
Really?
And because apparently how SNL has hosts and stuff like that. Like famous people come on and host a show. So Louis C.K. was one of the hosts, and then it was like Pete Davidson's first year on the show. So he was like a very small role kind of guy on there. And the story goes is like he smoked a joint because he smokes weed a lot, and then so he smoked a joint. He was leaving the office, and basically he caught Louis C.K. like basically just talking to a bunch of people in the hallway, and Pete Davidson's like, well, I'm high as shit and I don't want to disturb them, so he put his hoodie over his head, locked it up, and tied it and shit, and just walked to the elevator. And then Pete Davidson said that Louis C.K. was like, look at that guy over there, he's fucking high as shit. Look at him, he's fucking wasting his life away. You're gonna smoke your career away, buddy. And he was like, and Pete Davidson's like, there's no way that was real. I'm probably just high as shit. For all I know, he could have just said, how's it going there, buddy? Or something like that. And then the next day, Pete gets called into I forgot the name of the owner of SNL.
I don't know.
But the head guy of SNL called him into the office. He's like, I've never been called into this dude's office. I've been here for a year. So he goes there, and then he's like, hey, Louis just left, and he was just telling me you were smoking your life away and smoking your career away, and basically like Louis just snitched on him.
What the hell?
Yeah, and then so Pete Davidson was like, "What the fuck? Like, motherfuckers just do cocaine in here, you know?" So it's like, why would he say that? And then, so yeah, basically he was happy as fuck the day the news came surfaced that he's jerking off from the women. Yeah, he's like, I mean, he's like, poor women, but if it had happened to somebody, I'm glad it happened to him. But yeah, Louis canceled now. Even though he was funny, he was very funny.
Yeah, I mean, he is funny.
The point
he's
he was
just
well, he doesn't have specials now, so his material.
Oh yeah, he was funny.
Yeah, his material was funny.
the point he was trying to make is that 80% of life is like a chore. It's been a freaking chore, and he was just saying like life is really not that important. Out. So people are gonna have that that way of looking at things. So you can't really blame them. You can't really call them dumb.
No, you can when they're spreading it to people.
Yeah, when it's affecting other people,
they don't know when they don't know if they're affected.
Like no, if they know that they're affected, they have the information. They have everything they need to know.
They're like calling it BS.
They reference like the coronavirus and everything. Like while they're being interviewed, it's like, yeah, we're not gonna let it ruin our summer. You know, we're gonna go out like shake everyone's hands, everything.
Oh,
like out of spite, they're going out basically.
Okay, yeah,
it's pretty dumb.
Would those be called nihilists?
I don't even know what that is. Explain.
Like anarchists?
No. It's people who just don't really care what happens.
Denial.
Like just down for diabolical shit or what?
Nah, I wouldn't say diabolical. It's just
nihilist. Definition.
Let me look it up.
That's cool.
Nihilist.
Coronavirus.
That's what I imagine the word would mean.
It's like so many just like ignorant
Real
kids.
quick while he's doing that.
So,
never mind.
So nihilist means a person who believes that life is meaningless and rejects all religions and moral principles.
So it's not
like a pessimistic.
I'll just say ignorant.
What's it called when you don't believe in God? Forgot the name.
Atheist.
Atheist. Yeah, pessimistic atheist is a nihilist. That's what I got from it.
They're pretty simple.
Oh, they don't believe in religion.
Don't believe in religion, and then they like.
Oh, you're talking about the people.
No,
No, nihilist. Okay.
Hey, but how's your vacation going?
Fucking
quarantine.
My fucking get fired vacation from Alamo.
Yeah, get fired from my job.
It's only temporary.
Yeah. Well, we got an email.
Yeah.
Saying it might not be temporary.
Seriously.
That the company might shut down.
Why?
Because there's no business for like almost like 2 to a month. 2 weeks to 2 months.
I saw a bunch of stuff that was funny as hell because you always see like on Twitter or just social media or just people always lecturing you on how, you should have money saved aside for something like this and like blah, blah, blah. And you should be good. You shouldn't be freaking out. You should have money for, anywhere from 2 to 4 to 6 weeks to like basically just have. But like who in the right mind can predict something like this happening in our lifetime? And so like, since you hear older people preaching this and these companies who overcharge for everything, I believe that like they have expenses as well. But you would think they'd have some money set aside to where like, okay, we can file bankruptcy and like we can just chill for a year or something like that, To
play devil's advocate, you should have some like savings.
No, you should, but like you can't justify this.
Oh no, for sure. Like nobody knows it's happening, but
yeah.
But to play devil's advocate, like they're saying like, you should save in case something like this happens.
Yeah, but then
I think people are gonna start reconsidering their careers.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the jobs that like my job. So basically furloughed all of us. They're not letting us use our PTO, like cash it out or anything. And everybody who is under their insurance, it ends this month at the end of the month. Like they're cutting it off at the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
Like the Alamo's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, they hold.
And I saw Twitter something like they put like $2 million towards their furloughed employees, but it didn't count for the DFW.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck damn DFW.
Yeah. I have a bunch of friends in the service industry, right? And I've seen like different examples of like how some companies like value their employees. And so, for example, one of my friends, they just fired everybody on the day of like. No email went out. They just like kind of fired everyone. Didn't say you have your job back. Didn't say this temporary. No, like you're fired. Get out of here almost. And they didn't get anything like any type of warning or anything, right? So then I have another friend who works at another like high end. These are both high end like upscale Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
And the other friend, he's actually still making hella money right now because they're doing to-go orders. So from what he's saying, they didn't fire him. They found work for him to do, and they're doing to go orders.
That's good.
And so like, if in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, this company respects their employees or values them a little bit better.
Well, damn. I was gonna say the Alamo could totally clean. They could totally clean, but it's something that was ordered right by.
No, but you can. A lot of companies are hiring their employees to just clean their shit right now.
Somebody ordered, movie theaters, gyms, everything to be closed.
Yeah.
I think that was like the mayor.
The
mayor
mayor,
of Dallas.
Greg Abbott, right?
Yeah. I think that's a statewide thing.
Yeah, it changed to statewide.
But a bunch of gyms and stuff, like, they hired their employees to like deep clean everything. So like they at least have like another week or two of work.
That's what they did for us. Like we deep cleaned everything 3 days ago.
Like all the chairs and
like the kitchen and shit, like all the walk-in. Like our walk-in's completely empty now. So like they like brought us back for like a day or two, and then that was it. And now we're like, that was the official last day.
Yeah.
So like that's it. That's until further notice, basically.
Yeah, today was my first taste of like real quarantine because I've been going out still, not into public, but I've been going, like, I went out with a couple friends and stuff like that. I made sure to stay away from them, like for them and me. Like, I never touched anyone's hands, and I didn't. If I coughed, I went away from the circle, or whatever. They were doing their own thing, and then if they were all in a room together, I didn't go in the room with them, like, because there was a couple rooms that they were just chilling in, like something like this size. And I would just wait outside or in the other room because I'm like, that's too closed in for me to feel comfortable. Even though I shouldn't be going out at all.
Yeah.
I think I took the proper precautions. Like, I didn't touch anyone's hands. I didn't share anything with anyone. I opened my own beer. I actually stayed away from like a couple feet. It says 6 feet, but I was like 2 or 3 feet, just kind of chilling.
So you've noticed yourself become a little more paranoid?
Yeah, for sure.
I've noticed myself like washing my hands more often and like being more cautious about touching things.
I'm already used to wash my hands crazy, crazy amount, because I work in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It just showed us how like nasty some of us are.
So like how nasty other people are.
Yeah. Us as humans,
like,
not me
like,
and you.
Like you'd see like people who ain't never wash their hands. Like,
yeah.
bro.
No, you know what? I've seen a lot of people at the gas stations when I was on the road last week just leave. Like,
they don't give a fuck.
But like I get it, but like
I guess
like now, even now with all this shit going on, you still not gonna wash your hands.
Dude, if they weren't washing their hands before, it ain't gonna happen.
But you would think something like this would scare them.
They're nasty, brother.
Yeah, so I can only imagine like when on the regular basis
they'll take a shit and they'll leave.
Like
they'll walk right past you.
I've seen one where one guy came out of the bathroom or came out of the stall. He didn't even flush. He didn't even use toilet paper, and he walked out.
How do you know he didn't use toilet paper?
Because he was recording him.
He left the turd and there was no toilet paper in there.
He took it in his pocket.
Make sure you save it for later.
Disgusting.
I got a good business idea during all this. So when we use you know how everyone's buying toilet paper right now?
Yeah.
Use the toilet paper, fold it. You can sell the other half of the toilet paper.
Disgusting.
Why are people buying toilet paper? Are we?
Because they think we're gonna be locked down.
But even then, as long as we have water, like, I don't care. I rather I would have like spared that extra time, but getting canned foods than toilet paper. Because if it comes to like,
you gotta
like,
eat.
if shit hits the fan, I'm gonna use my hand. You know what I mean?
Dude, just get a bidet.
Yeah, exactly. You could buy an attachment.
I want to buy a bidet.
They have them on Amazon.
Yeah,
What is that?
it's like $20.
Water shoots up your ass and cleans it.
The Japanese thing. Apparently, they're super dope.
I thought it was a French thing.
Is it French?
Bidet?
It was Japanese.
Bidet sounds French.
Oh, it probably is Japanese. I mean, French, yeah.
Bidet.
I just know about it because like a lot of French, like everywhere in Japan, like they have that.
Yeah,
shit.
it might be Japanese.
No, it's probably
I don't
French.
know.
I think it's French.
It's not going to take more than a few months for this to go away.
If everyone stays inside.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go into mandatory quarantine soon.
Like
they're
martial
buying.
I don't know about Marshall. That's different.
They're buying fucking a year's supply of toilet paper. That's a lot.
It's ridiculous.
It's like I don't know what the packages come in.
Like 20.
But it's like 20.
Like it's 4, 6, 12, 24, 36. Sometimes 18.
You know this?
Sometimes 18.
Yeah, it is.
Martial law is like when the federal government takes over and the military comes over and like kind of just
they pretty much block all the roads.
They just like basically just fucking fuck all your rights over. Like you have no more rights after that, basically, right?
Yeah.
Like they can do whatever the fuck they want to you.
Unless you rise up.
Yeah, unless you rise up, that's different. But that's like
Be like home front.
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to just enforce it with a law enforcement because that's not martial. That's like city like passes shit and
Yeah.
you know I think they'll do that first and just
People should
encourage
stay
it.
inside, bro.
I mean, you can't afford a ticket now. No one's working, so I mean, stay your ass at home. Let me go home real quick. I'm gonna head out.
I better not get locked down here, man. Shit.
You probably will, bro.
I'll be good anyway.
You should stay here. You should stay
Fuck
here.
no,
or
man.
so
I
that's
gotta
it.
work.
I know, but if we go on lockdown, Texas is gonna go on lockdown.
Nah, he go work.
No, but I'm saying like if
Dallas? You mean Dallas?
No.
I'll be locked in
If
in
Dallas
Dallas?
goes on lockdown, Texas goes on lockdown. So Odessa will be on lockdown. So would you rather be stuck in the RV or here?
Fuck
Well,
yeah.
they'll still need people transporting shit. So
But
like,
that's different. That's different because my
shit's
my
so
brother
good.
my brother-in-law got a.
I do have an essential job.
Yeah.
If
Oh, okay. Yeah.
if truckers
Yeah.
are an essential job, I gotta
Yeah.
keep them trucks
No.
running.
Yeah. You're good then. You should go back.
So
Bye.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Leave.
and be like, I'm a fucking technician, dog.
But you would need some sort of paper that proved it.
What?
That you.
I'll be like, look at these hands. I got
Look at my.
I got
fucking
oil in my
hand.
fingernails.
Yeah, they'll look at my hands like, boy, you work in a baby shampoo place. You distribute baby lotion across the U.S.
Yeah.
Like, soft ass hands, boy.
Look at my beard, dog.
Yeah, he'll look at my beard and be like,
My
go
fucking-
home and shave.
Bro, my hands and shit be all cut up all the time now.
Yeah,
Work
mine
in the
too, bro.
kitchen. I be burning my shit all the time too, my fingertips.
No, it's not that hostile of a job.
I just started
talking
working
about
on
the
my
kitchen.
car. I just started working.
Yeah, I'm talking about the
I
kitchen.
was like, what are you talking about?
I be burning my hands on random ass shit, like cutting
Bro,
on all this
speaking
shit,
of
bro.
burning shit, so I got my cast iron pan back because I had let someone borrow it for
Really?
like years.
Didn't I let you borrow mine?
And no, I never got one. But I
Yeah,
got, I found, no, you didn't. Oh, we talked about it. But anyway, I got mine back and I cleaned it up because it had a little oil on there. I scrubbed it clean and then I was like, hell yeah, I got some steaks at the crib. I'm finna whip it up. And then so I get it real hot. And then I got this special avocado oil because it has a higher smoke temp. So that way, like, it's not the second I put the steak, it doesn't just go into fucking smokes everywhere. Because that's what usually happens. So I got the special ass avocado oil. I put like 2 drops in the damn pan. Burst into flames. The whole thing. Burst into fucking... And then I was chilling for a second because I was like, okay, it just went for a second, right? That's what I'm used to. No, it kept going. Like, it was like just flames forming in this damn pan. I was like... And I was just looking at it like, oh, shit.
Boy, you let it get too hot.
And then so I was like, oh, shit. So then I grabbed a midden and I moved the cast iron pan. The second I grabbed it, like the flame just went all over my hand. I was like, ah! And then I threw it back. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I look at my dog, Lucy, and she's just like that. And then so then I'm like, okay, put it in the sink. I was like, no, that's stupid. And then I was like, oh. And then so then I like run to the back door, open it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna grab it and just run. So I grabbed it and just back to my arm, just burning it.
What the fuck?
And then I saw, yeah, it was weird. And then I ran to the back, and by the time I ran there, it was kind of already out. And I was like, what the fuck? So I just blew it out. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? My whole arm was red.
Bro, your shit was too hot.
Yeah, but I had it on there for like 10 minutes.
That's probably why.
And it wasn't like on high heat or nothing.
What kind of stove do you have?
Just an electric. It's not.
Oh, electric?
Yeah.
Gross.
Ugh. You just want to roast me, you know it's electric.
No, dude. I don't be going to your house.
I hate electric
Electric sucks.
stoves.
I'm up with the fire. That's probably why. Caught a current.
Yeah, so I'm pretty mad of
Electric fire.
the quarantine shit because all I'm doing is eating.
Is it? Are you?
I'm not eating. I'm trying to stop from eating.
Bro, get one of those plows and use that to work out.
So all I'm doing right now is like thinking of when I can eat next. So like I just wait a couple hours so I don't overeat.
That's because you ain't got no internet, right?
Yeah, I got no internet. I just got my phone.
Sad existence, man.
Yeah. What do y'all do?
Internet is key.
What do y'all do on this quarantine shit?
Fucking, I be playing Modern Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Be watching anime. Movies. Fucking vibing. Take a nap.
I took 3 naps today.
You text anybody to come over?
No. The fuck?
Why not?
It's Corona time.
They got Corona time.
It's Corona time. I hate that song.
The
Modelo time.
Yeah.
Like, but then they just keep saying it's Corona time.
Yeah, they
I
never,
hate that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to like it because I keep hearing it. But nah, I don't like it.
Yeah, what I'm thinking I'm gonna just sign up for a hotspot on my phone so that way I can at least use my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least.
I haven't.
Hey,
Do you use your phone to connect to your monitor?
That's all I do right now. But then, you know, when you're like watching shit, but you're not really trying to watch it, it's kind of background noise. So you want to be on your phone. I can't do that. I'm just.
Hey,
Give me back that connection.
I'm using it.
No, give me it. It's mine.
how was Denver though?
We went together. We didn't do nothing.
Y'all went to Denver?
Yeah, we didn't do shit.
Yeah,
That's
we just
a-
took a truck up there. Well, how many trucks did we take?
3?
Yeah, took the new 2020
No,
Silverado.
4. We took 4.
Was it nice?
The hole was clean. Yeah,
I took a trash ass Ford F-150, like a base model Ford F-150, and they all had
Not even
badass.
a Lariat?
They had all, yeah, not even.
yeah. I had
Not even a Lariat. They all just had like the 2020 models.
I had like a 2020 Trail Boss 4x4
Damn.
with a big old screen and everything.
Yeah. No.
But you know the thing that I hated about it is that it would shut off after an hour, and it was cold as shit up there.
What do you mean shut
So-
off after an hour?
You know when you like
It-
just leave it there and you sleep.
If you leave it idling, it shuts off after an hour. So I would wake up cold, and then I have to like get up, go turn the truck back on. This happened like 4 or 5 times.
When I slept in the truck, I thought I peed myself when I woke up.
Do you be getting in the back and shit to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. I always just sleep in the driver's seat.
No, it's not our room.
I mean, it's enough room for me.
I'm way too big. Hey, but on the way back, we had some edibles, or I had some edibles,
Oh, really?
and
I did
what
not.
was I doing? What was I?
You're vibing, bro. You're
I-
just back there smiling, and then I would adjust my mirror, and then you kind of just look at me when I just said it, and then I was just like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "You good, Sergio?" And you just keep looking and saying word.
Well, Gabriel was playing some
Techno music.
yeah, some techno. So I was like, damn, this is badass. So I'll be jamming out, and after a while, I'll like go crazy. I'll get like claustrophobic because I've been back there for like 8 hours,
Yeah. It
8 hours
sucks.
straight.
I kind of like. I mean, I'm glad I don't have to go back there, but I kind of like feel like I'm hoeing.
We drove back in an Impala.
Yeah, they're not the biggest, but
An
they're
Impala?
They're
yeah, 4 of us.
they're spacious, but after
But me
8
and
hours,
Gabe,
it gets.
me, Gabe, Luis in there. Come on, that's too much.
And so I'm the only small one in there, and I'm over there going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I got mad because I tried to upgrade us to a Suburban or a minivan, and the guy was just like, "No, we don't have any in the lot right now." And then when I went out to the lot, they had like 12. They had like 3 minivans in the ready to go section, and then they had
Yeah.
like 12 Suburbans just chilling. I'm like,
They might have been reserved.
yeah, but he said there's none in the lot, so I'm like,
None in the lot available.
he could have
That's
said
what he
that.
forgot to
That was yeah, he could have said available.
Probably, yeah.
You know,
I was
Let's
just
go.
butthurt.
What's the best chase vehicle you ever got?
the best chase vehicle is
The new Lincoln Continental.
That one's dope.
Yeah,
Lincoln Continental.
it's not bad.
It's pretty good. It was just us two, right?
Were you in there?
Which one did we drive? The one where Maria took a picture of you?
Definitely
No,
not.
it's a Suburban.
Definitely not Maria's.
Oh no, them things are sketchy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One time I think it was the first week of January. I went on a trip to New Orleans, and I left my keys in my car
Nola.
keys in the truck, and when I got back to Kennedale,
You couldn't get home.
I went to my car. My car was open, so I didn't even notice that my keys went there. And I went to
Yeah.
start my car.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't start. It said no key detected. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, it's whatever. Like I didn't freak out because I was like, it's in the car.
That's an
Yeah.
8-hour trip, right? From here.
It was like 8.5. And then so basically, long story short, I left my keys in New Orleans, and I used one of the chase vehicles for the week, the little green Avalon,
Yeah.
the crappy one. I used that for the week. It wasn't bad, but it was definitely sketchy, and I overnighted my keys. I paid $20 to get it over here. It took a week.
No shit.
A week, yeah.
Then what'd you drive around? Oh, the
The
Avalon.
little Avalon, yeah. Have you seen the good things that are coming from the coronavirus?
What? The Spain thing?
Well, the New Orleans thing too. They
What?
because
What's the
New
name?
Orleans, what's that street called? Bourbon.
Yeah.
Bourbon Street is like finally
Bourbon
clean
Street.
because it's always dirty, filled with
Yeah.
alcohol and trash and shit.
Yeah.
So they finally cleaned it since no one's there to litter.
Mhm.
It's all clean looking now. And the fish too in the Italian canals and shit.
Spain.
Spain, yeah. It's not Italy. Italy
Venice.
has canals. Yeah, it's
Venice
That's
has
Spain.
all those boats that pass.
Yeah,
I thought those were
that's Venice.
like mechanically moved.
Italia.
No, it's Spain.
We could look it up.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
I can't look it up. My phone's recording.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I mean, both of y'all got phones.
He said, "Dang it." He's like, "I'm not gonna look it up."
It's too far away. I'm hot.
Yeah, it says that
So it is Italy.
it's Venice. So yeah,
Where's Venice?
Italy.
Where's Spain?
Where's Spain?
Spain's on top of Italy.
No, it's not.
Kinda.
Hell no.
It was northeast.
No, it's west of it.
Northeast.
It's just straight west from it.
Nah.
Look at the
Northeast
map.
is the other way.
Yeah, northeast is the other way. Let me look at the map. Or maybe I'm just stupid.
Yeah, we don't know where shit is.
I don't know. I'm not that.
I know
best.
my geography.
The only
I'm a
good- the
geography expert.
The only geography I'm good at is the UK, because I was watching Love Island and
Are you
I got really good at it. I got really interested in where they were from, and
You
so,
started looking it
so I
up?
started looking it up, and then I started like, so basically, Love Island, not Love Island, the UK.
Yeah.
I always thought it was just like London or some shit.
Really?
No, it's.
I mean, I knew it was more, but like I didn't like know anything about it.
Like
So
really? Like Birmingham and everything.
well, it's made up of 4 countries. It's Ireland, Northern Ireland,
Well, that's like the.
Great Britain, and there's a small one. I forgot the name of it. It's attached to Great Britain.
Do you ever look at a map and you say, "Hey, that's where." Oh, that's where that country is.
Yeah. I'll be doing
You
that
know,
shit.
like say Estonia
Oh, those.
or just some
Matt
random ass
Stonia?
country. I'm like, man, I wonder what they're hiding there.
Like like Romania.
It's one of those countries where nobody really thinks about.
Did you see that? Have you seen that on Twitter? Like, there's just like super futuristic city like in the middle of nowhere. I think it's like Europe, close to Russia or some shit.
Mm-mm.
It's just random ass city. Maybe it is in Russia, but it's just like a random ass city. Like they have like a bird. They have like
I
a
was thinking of
Eagle
France.
Lake and shit.
A lot of cities around the world are a lot better than here. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Like they're far ahead. They're far ahead of us as far as cleanliness.
Tokyo.
No, well, I'm in like random cities, like say Singapore.
random.
Have you heard of Singapore?
Yeah.
I've been to Singapore. That place is super nice.
Was it Thailand?
No,
Or Singapore?
it's fuck.
Is Singapore not Thailand?
It's kind of like its own province.
Where is?
If you really look it up, it's like Malaysia or something. Anyhow,
Oh, I feel stupid.
but it is in that same general
the
area.
capital of Thailand is Bangkok.
Yeah, Bangkok. Yeah, don't hit me.
I remember that.
I've had that joke before, man.
Yeah,
It's not fun.
as I remember it.
I'm sorry. It was
They
5
told me.
countries.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I'm still on the UK thing.
Oh,
It was 5 countries.
It's 5 countries. You know what I just realized?
Yeah.
I just realized what New England was, because I was like, that's not a state. You know, that's not a state. That's not a city. Like, what the fuck is New England?
it's a province, right?
No, it's
Territory.
it's that clusterfuck of states in the Northeast.
Mm.
It's Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire,
Oh, that's
Rhode
considered
Island,
New England.
Massachusetts, Rhode Island. That's all New England.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, so no, now you know.
No, I know.
All right, I didn't know that either.
Are you serious?
No, I didn't.
Dude, you watch football all the
I
time.
mean, I know, but I know New England's in like Foxborough. Like the
Oh.
stadium is in Foxborough.
you never ask yourself like, damn, like where's New
Nah,
England?
I just figured it was up there,
Oh, okay.
chilling.
Yeah.
You know what? I barely found out what COVID-19 was.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus disease or
It's a mutated version.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's because
I never
coronavirus has
realized
been
that.
a thing for
Since 2019.
no.
Yeah, 2019.
No, it's been a thing for
2019.
6 years.
2019.
It's been a thing for 6
Well,
years.
it's been like we've known of coronavirus, but COVID-19 is a mutated version of coronavirus. Which is
Disease.
why we cannot combat it.
It's been a disease since 2019. That's why it has the 19.
No, COVID-19 is a strand of coronavirus.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
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 We've all been agreeing about the same thing.
Yeah.
When's the T virus coming out? That's what I want to know.
Fuck, didn't they? There's like a fucking company that has the umbrella companies.
Yeah,
logo
in
on
China.
shit. Yeah,
It's like so many coincidences.
it's like, yo, what fucking timeline are we on? And then the fucking purge thing, the date on it,
Mhm.
the beginning of the movie is the 21st of March, which was like yesterday.
You saw that video of people playing the purge
Yeah.
the purge music. You know the purge music?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. The
Yeah.
purge alarm.
Yeah, they were going around the streets with like their system and just playing it across the
Yeah.
streets.
They were talking about the rules and regulations of the purge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That they were playing it on a loudspeaker. It's pretty funny.
I mean, fucking LA's locked down right now.
And that's yeah.
I've seen another video where this dude runs through like a poor neighborhood in Mexico, playing La Llorona.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that.
she's
Too.
like yelling, "Mis niños."
Yeah, fuck that. I
That's
don't even want
funny.
to mention that
You
chick.
freak out.
Fuck that, dude. Hell yeah, freak out. Do you believe in that shit?
I don't believe in it, but it might be real.
That means you believe in it.
I mean, it might be real. I'm not.
No, definitely witchcraft is real.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a supernatural topic, but if there's eyewitness accounts of it, I think it's real.
Can you put aliens and ghosts in the same category?
Well, one would be extraterrestrial, which no, I wouldn't.
No, right?
One's
Like-
supernatural, and one's extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
Like in Scary Movie 3, where those aliens came down. They're like,
yeah.
"Hey man, we watched this video, and this ghost
Yeah.
is trying to fuck us up."
Yeah.
Trying to kill us.
Oh yeah, okay.
So from the logic of Scary Movie 3, no, they're different.
Gotcha.
Stacy, this bitch in the living room, gotta fuck this bitch up. I got ass. Whatever her name is.
Have you heard of ultra terrestrials?
Mm-mm.
Ultra terrestrials.
Yeah, they talk about it in what's the name of that show? Ancient Aliens. But they don't even cover the topic because they're like, that's completely out of the scope of this.
What
But
is
it's
it?
it's pretty much beings who can go between dimensions.
Oh shit.
They're probably talking about Rick and Morty.
Fucking Rick Sanchez.
Do y'all watch those movies, the Alien movies and Predator movies and stuff like that?
I haven't seen them in a
You've
long
seen a couple.
time.
I've seen the first Predator.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time.
I like rewatch like Alien 1 and 2.
With Riley.
Yeah, and then I watched like the newer like Covenant.
Oh no,
and,
Ripley.
Ripley, that's what it
Yeah,
is.
not Riley.
With Covenant, and then what's the other one? It starts with the P.
Predator.
No. It's like
Predator.
no. It's Prometheus.
Pikachu.
Prometheus. Remember that one?
Yeah, I didn't understand it because I saw it when I was younger.
But I got super into like the lore of things,
Mhm.
and I started looking shit up. And then there's these people called the engineers.
That's the Prometheus, right?
Those are the people in Prometheus.
Yeah, the big old beings.
Yeah, they're basically they created humans to
Mm.
I think for sport or something like that.
I could believe that.
But they also they started creating the aliens though.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were like strands of like some sort of children of theirs,
Mm-hmm.
and then they created aliens to hunt us down.
There's that one guy that was making like a mutated predator, right? No, a mutated alien.
Well, he was trying to perfect it.
Yeah, like
Yeah, because like
they found him and he was just like creating this shit.
yeah. That's like all those are all prequels. The ones that we want, the new ones.
These are like super obscure like references if you haven't fucking seen any of the movies.
Yeah, but it was kind of creepy. People are super into that shit too, though. It's like the
Mhm.
whole community. I didn't know that.
I like unsolved mysteries.
What's that?
The BuzzFeed.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that in years.
Yeah, me either. But I like it. I think I like it.
You think you like it?
The other day we were in.
Because I haven't seen it in a long time, but I liked it when I watched it.
The other day we were coming back from San Antonio, and one of our coworkers wanted to stop in these haunted train tracks. That it was like 5 minutes off the road.
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio, right?
Yeah,
San
and like
Antonio?
basically what you do is you put baby powder in the back of your car, and you stop behind these train tracks, and you put your car in neutral, and ghosts like are supposed to push your car over, and you're not pushing the brakes or nothing. And basically, when you cross over, you'll get out the car and you'll see the handprints on the baby powder. And then one of my coworkers wanted to go. I was like, "Fuck you! You can go on your own time." I was like, "Fuck that!"
You should have gone.
And it was like the middle of the night. It was like 2 a.m. I was like,
That's
"Fuck
perfect
that."
That's
time.
perfect time.
Exactly. I did not.
It's
want
almost
to go.
3 a.m.
Man, I want to go to Buc-ee's. I haven't gone to Buc-ee's in forever.
I went last night.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah,
I want
it
them.
was the only thing open that you can eat.
I want them chili cheese tots
post-
and the chili cheese burrito.
Do you post it every time you go?
I post my shits every time I
You
go.
do.
You're like, hey man, what's up? Like, this is your boy.
He always-
fucking Theo
he always-
Joe Vasquez.
He always takes a picture of himself pooping.
Mhm. Always. I was explaining to them like I've had my best shits at Buc-ee's.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have this little like handicap bar, and that helps me push out everything.
You're
I
just
need
like
to push
pulling.
out. Speaking of shits, have you ever had like this? Like the most successful shit is like
Where you don't have to wipe. I
Where-
consider that a successful
What?
shit.
It's a one wiper.
It's like one wiper and it's clean.
But
Yeah.
the one I'm talking about is like you don't break the poop, and like you just push the
Oh,
hole.
It
it's
all
like
just comes.
completely out.
Yeah, and then like you like
And
lick
you're
in.
done.
It's like just one big strand
Yeah.
of poop.
Yeah, and
and
you're
then-
done.
The funniest part is like you work when you're pooping. You like work with your bowel movements so it
You're
doesn't
like,
break. You like okay if I go it's gonna break.
Yeah.
So you like let gravity do its work.
Yeah.
I want to take pictures of those shits and like send them to people, but then I don't want people to freak out.
Well, you gotta find people that are okay with it.
Yeah,
Like, hey, yo, can I show you my
send it
poop?
to my crush. Yo, check this shit out.
Check this shit out.
But yeah, long story short, I've had my best shits at Buc-ee's. I've also had my worst shits at Buc-ee's. The splatters,
I feel like those, like, as long as you're pooping, it's a good poop.
nah, not the splatters. Those hurt. They
Nah,
burn.
If you don't poop, then it's like, oh, it sucks.
What about the ones that burn? You like those?
It's better than not pooping.
I'd rather not poop.
Better than
Well-
being constipated.
I've never been constipated.
Back to the supernatural stuff.
They take shits too.
Has your family ever told you
Oh
about like any supernatural stuff that's ever happened to them?
100%.
Oh, you know what happened the other night actually?
What?
In your
Not
haunted house?
It was actually supernatural, but
I bet it was.
you know that saying with like the birds, like if you hear some at night,
Oh, it's a witch.
it's a witch and shit.
Yeah.
So literally earlier that day, I was explaining that shit.
It's like
to
in the middle of the
somebody.
night.
I was explaining that story to one of my coworkers.
Mhm.
I get home at like 12.
Wait, to explain to people, so basically if there's birds like chirping or like crowing in the middle of the night, it's basically a witch nearby.
We just said
Why
that.
would they be doing that?
No, we didn't explain it.
I explained it.
Well,
You're like,
Kinda.
oh, you know the thing with the witch and the birds? And we're just
The
like,
trip
yeah,
at
yeah.
night and the witches.
Just to explain it so
bet.
they
it's,
understand.
it's like if you were a witch, like, would you be like be out there just chirping?
Maybe.
I mean,
But anyway, the only reason I freaked out was because I had to walk my dog, and I got
Middle of the
home.
night?
I think it was like 4 a.m. or some shit, and it was in the middle. I had just got out, and then when I get home, she gets all excited and pees on herself.
Mhm.
So anyway, I'm walking to the crib, and I hear two birds chirp, just having a whole conversation, and then I was like, oh shit, and they freaked me out because I talked about it earlier in the day,
Uh-huh.
and then I took out the dog, and then I didn't want to go like that.
yeah.
And I didn't want to call her over because I was like, I don't know if that qualifies as chirping.
Well, it has to be in the middle of the night for the witch thing.
4 a.m.
Define middle of the night.
4 a.m. is the middle of the night.
Then
Yeah.
I'd say it's peak hours of the morning,
peak. Yeah, like,
Nah, like
The-
5 a.m. is the morning.
but
4 a.m. is
middle,
like in that twilight zone.
middle of the night would be like 2 or 3 a.m.
yeah,
I
to
think.
12
Well,
to 12 to 3.
Late
Would-
at night.
Yeah,
Late
yeah.
at night.
Yeah.
At in the darkest hours.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'll be checking my phone, be like 3 a.m. It's like, oh shit. Oh, nothing happens.
Well, I don't think it'd be considered the darkest because it's all about the same amount of light.
Yeah, to an extent,
Yeah, the entire night.
depending on where you are.
Hey, but so what happened? Tell me.
No, nothing. That's all that happened. But the
You
only
just
thing
got scared.
it freaked me out because I was talking about it that day, and then I get home and I hear it. I never hear birds either in my house like
Oh,
that
really?
early. That early, no. I hear them all day during the day.
That's because that curse I put on you.
There's a lot of witchcraft stories over in Mexico. My dad was telling me the story. His stepdad knew somebody. I'm not sure who he pissed off or what, but this man kept getting pains, like like in his stomach area,
Mm-hmm.
and at some point it just got so bad, like he went to the hospital to get it checked out, get an X-ray, and whenever they looked at it, they're like, "Hey, there's like a ball or something. We need to open you up." So they open him up, and they don't find anything. So they sew him back up. He goes a couple days. He's starting to feel the pain again, but this time, the ball's like somewhere else, somewhere over here, like in his torso.
Yeah.
They open him up again, nothing. I'm not sure how much longer after that he ended up dying.
Or
And whenever they opened him up for the autopsy, to figure out why he died, they found a ball of needles inside of him.
what the hell?
Yeah, that's the type of crazy shit you'll hear, over there.
Yeah,
Over
I don't know
in
if I've
Mexico.
said this before in the podcast, but one time I was like deep diving into it for some dumbass reason, and so I saw like this little National Geographic like documentary, and it was like over like this doctor from Texas who he was trying to disprove that like witchcraft is kind of fake and shit like that,
Mhm.
and he didn't believe in it. So then he went to I think a city in Mexico City,
A city in Mexico City.
a part of Mexico City. I think that's when like is it heavy, the witchcraft,
Mhm.
It's actually Veracruz.
something like that. Yeah.
Veracruz is like highly known for it, but anyhow, go
But
ahead.
yeah, he went there and there's like this little like alley, like Harry Potter looking alley where you can just buy shit, and you touch shit and you can get shit attached to you.
Which
But
is like yeah, go ahead.
but anyway, this doctor goes and he gets in contact with this priest who like he's kind of known for like alleviating whatever curses you have or just trying to help you out, and he has his own little like people that are working with him, and they go to this place where witchcraft is done heavily, and they have to like kind of find these objects where they put hair of whoever you're trying to do this to, and then the doctor who's from Texas, he's not allowed to touch any of this stuff, because it would like hold too heavy on his body, and him just being like in the area alone, shit attached to him and affected him, and he's like started like seeing like flashing lights and shit in the middle of the day, and he said that he was about to pass out or something for no reason, and him being a medical person, like he wasn't dehydrated or anything like that.
Yeah,
and
like
he was, and so he basically was just like, I mean, health wise, I'm good, and so the doctor did like a little prayer over him with his people, and he felt good immediately. So that like changed his whole opinion on everything.
His whole perspective on it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Nice.
So I mean, and then I watched it. I was like, why did I watch this?
I mean, even like, sometimes shit can even get attached to you like through like television.
I've heard that a lot in the Christian.
We talked about
church.
this earlier.
Do we?
Yeah,
we have talked about it.
It was one of the first few episodes.
Yeah,
we talked about me watching Ghost Hunters all the time.
Like in my room.
And a bunch of flies started showing up out of nowhere.
And then
that's supposedly the spirits manifesting themselves.
Yeah, the day like they came and blessed the room, they were all gone.
I wonder. Speaking of like religion right now, I wonder how like they're like viewing this whole coronavirus shit.
I've seen a lot of shit where it's like, hey, if you don't come to church, your faith in God is weak, blah blah blah. Like I've seen a lot of shit like that, like a lot of like fake shit, like where they're just like trying to make people feel bad to come into church. Yeah. Which is ridiculous.
That could be a money thing too.
Oh,
for
sure,
for most
100%.
churches. Because a lot of churches, at the end of the day, it's people. It's not like a prophet or something. Like people are corrupt and people are selfish and greedy. So
so
people can get a hold of like your beliefs and mold it to their benefit.
Yeah.
So I mean, you just gotta have your own relationship with God, and there in the Bible it does say that you have to go to
if you're religious.
If you're religious, it says that you have to go to a place of worship, but that place of worship doesn't have to be a church. It could be just somewhere that's sacred. Like you can build something in your house that's sacred, and have people over and have like what's it called? I forgot the name of it in Spanish, but basically celula. Yeah, you can just have celulas at your house, and that'd be the same thing, almost.
And if you don't believe in like God and church and all that stuff, more power to you. Everyone has their own thing.
I mean, yeah, I'm not really religious myself, but I do believe in God somewhat. What was I gonna say though? They were pulling out all these verses from the Bible and shit, and they were doing like, okay, you know how in the book of Revelations, when he says that all the times are coming like to end, God's gonna hold back the water. So they compared it to Australia when it was on fire, but it was not raining, and so they had to, put it out themselves with technology, but it wasn't, for some reason it wasn't raining. And then the other one was
like that happens all the time in California.
The other one was in Africa. I forgot what it was though.
The locust.
Locust, yeah. The locust happened, like that shit happened in Africa. Like all the shit got eaten
recently.
Yeah, and then now this corona thing.
Yeah, but I feel like the fires happened in California and they didn't rain for a long time.
But they're known for droughts.
Yeah, they got fires like every single year.
Yeah, they're known for droughts though.
I was there for one of them.
Oh yeah,
it gets crazy, man. Like you'll see like the ridge line of the mountain.
Yeah,
and then behind that is just like flames.
One of the time I was in California, driving through the mountains and shit, from Los Angeles to San Diego. There's just fucking like mountains like on fire and shit.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Right?
I've seen that too.
So you've seen it?
It's really
I've
crazy.
seen it too when I drove over there.
Mm-hmm.
So they
had smoke and
they had to evacuate the camp that I was at. And they moved to somewhere else temporarily. Yeah, because the flames got so bad and the flames and the smoke. And basically the camp that I was at is like it's like in a valley.
That last one was crazy. The last major one, because they have like crazy like major ones and they have like little ones inside. But the last one I saw affected a couple of people I watch on YouTube.
Oh, really?
That they're evacuating, like Heath.
Oh, yeah, all of them.
Like
Yeah.
Heath and them. Like they live in certain areas where they were like, this guy has a Lambo, and he has a Raptor, a Lambo, and a Ford Lightning. So what he did is like he moved all his vehicles to his friend's house,
Yeah.
and then he had to keep going back for even you're not supposed to go back for your shit, but I mean the Lambo, I mean come on now,
Yeah.
a free Lambo too.
Yeah,
He got it for free.
You gotta get that shit.
How do you get it for free?
His friend,
David Dobrik.
you ever heard of him? He's just a vlogger.
You've seen his videos.
Yeah, he's had to have seen a couple.
I've shown.
I probably
shown
have.
to him.
Yeah, but he got it through a sponsorship from Need for Speed.
Oh, nice.
They had like a game.
It was a Huracan,
Yeah.
like brand new shit.
So what's the worst boss that you've had?
The worst boss?
Yeah.
I've
Well, you haven't had too many since
had 3
Since you
total
graduated.
bosses.
3.
Well, 4.
Yeah.
I honestly,
Like
I haven't
you have
had
the
a bad
stories?
boss. Honestly,
You honestly haven't.
yeah, I haven't experienced a bad boss.
I seem to have a bad boss every single fucking time.
Maybe it's you, bro.
No bullshit. No, I mean I have my buddy who can like back me up.
Nah,
on
dude,
this.
everyone else.
You know what? Freddie.
Yeah,
He was on our podcast. He could pretty much.
I think
tell
I
you all the
talked about
stories. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
There's just so many shitty people in the industry. I don't know if it's just my industry.
Mm-hmm. Might just be
Nah,
yours.
nah, I've heard a lot of shit about kitchen people, like bosses being assholes.
I mean, I've
for
seen
no reason.
Straight up, man.
I've
Big
seen
time.
people in power that shouldn't be in power at the workplace.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
People who take things from home, personal things that shouldn't be involved in the work, and they bring it into work and take it out on you.
Mm-hmm. I've definitely heard
Like
a lot
when I
of
worked
stories
at
like
Home
that.
Depot, I actually like that was my favorite job as far as like coworkers. I met a lot of cool people there, and I learned a lot there too. Like I learned how to use
Which place?
Home Depot.
Home Depot.
It was my first official job.
Yeah,
I mean, I learned a lot there. I learned a lot about materials and what materials go with. Because I was a puller, so I would just people doing roofing jobs. I would buy everything. I would
load everything.
I would just prepare everything to go out the next day. So for a roofing job, I already knew what you needed basically. For a restroom restoration, I knew what you needed. For like just anything. Like if they had certain jobs, I can tell what they're gonna do.
You still remember like some of that stuff?
I don't remember the names of
Been out of
everything.
practice for a while.
Yeah, but I do remember like certain things that I didn't know before.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I worked a lot there. Like I didn't go to school at the time, so I was like the most flexible worker. So they can come in at night, in the morning, middle of the day, and I was always looking for hours when I was there. But it got to a point where I was training 2 people, but I was getting paid $10 an hour,
Really?
the same as a cashier, and I was like pulling orders and like expensive orders, and they were on my ass like 24/7 about these damn orders, and I was training 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I'm training people when I'm coming in at night and during the day. Like, I need to be making more money. And I was like, I'm using the forklift. I'm using the cherry picker. I'm using the electric forklift. I'm certified in all this shit. I'm like, and I'm making $10 an hour. Like, come on now. Like, I feel like I could be making way more than this. So I asked for a raise there, and then they declined it like in 2 seconds. Like my manager, I had put in like a $3 raise. But I was shooting for like $1.50.
Yeah.
But I did the 3 just in case I got it.
Yeah, shoot high.
Yeah, and then no, they're like, no, we'll just wait for your yearly. I was there for a year already, and then I got a 10-cent raise or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, fuck that. And then after that, I stopped giving a shit about my job. I still got bitched at the same amount of times. Like nothing changed, except how much I stress about work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't stress anymore. So yeah, the shitty bosses don't notice like work, and like I don't know, it just pisses you off.
Like somehow the requirement for being in a management position is to be a dipshit.
Yeah, for some reason, right?
Like I don't know. They just don't make very good leaders.
I've had a few good supervisors, but
Yeah,
managers.
there's a few, very few,
Uh-huh.
very few can or are ever promoted to, to where they deserve to
Yeah.
be.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was telling you earlier, my former boss was telling me, like I'd be working on something, right, trying to figure it out, and then I'll get pulled off of that, and then get told to work on something else. But there's a lot of driving around in between. So he'll call me up and be like, well, you should have been done with that already. Like, what's taking so long? I'm like, I just fucking got here. Like, what are you talking about? And then later on in the day, he'll bitch me out for that other job not being done. I'm like, man,
Yeah, he's moving
every
you
single
around.
day, I would get fucking chewed out. And I don't know. After a while, I was just like, man, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going back to the other place.
Yeah, right now, kind of like I've decided what I want to do. Like these past 3 months, I've been kind of going through a whole like reinventing myself thing,
Okay.
and I'm pretty set on what I want to do. It's just how to get there is the hard part, obviously.
What are you talking about?
But
What do you mean by
career?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Career.
reinventing yourself?
Well, I mean, like,
You're trying to prepare yourself for something else?
yeah, just life wise. I've been in like the same thing for like 3 years now.
What do you mean same thing?
I haven't done shit.
Like same job?
I haven't progressed with like just anything. I haven't done anything to improve. Like
You still haven't decided like what you want to do for a
now,
living?
I did. Now I did. So
What
I
would
want
you
to
want
become
to do for a living?
a project manager for
Project
construction.
manager? For construction?
Yeah.
Yeah? What got you into that?
Well, I mean, I was looking into a bunch of like trade schools
Mm-hmm.
because I figured like having a skill would be very useful. You know,
Mhm.
Oh, it
especially
is
like
big time.
especially when it's like, okay, well, I can have this skill, and then if something better comes across or whatever, I can do that. And if something happens with there, I always have that skill to like rely on, you know.
Yeah.
And so looking into that, the first thing I got into was welding, and welding seems really cool because you can make a good amount of chunk of change in there,
Yeah, you can.
and it's always needed from someone in construction, right? But then I was like, I started looking at jobs here in Dallas, and you know, I was paying $20, 25. And that's not bad at all, but
You got to work out of town.
I was, yeah, you do. But I was trying to think, I'm like, all right, well, what else would I want to do that makes more money? And then I saw an aviation mechanic. They make a lot of money, but the thing that turned me off was how much they have to travel. Like, I watched a bunch of videos of people doing it, and they would travel, like, from airport to airport fixing
Fuck
shit.
it, man. Hey, you
And-
know what? You don't have a family to hold you back.
No, yeah, I know. I was thinking that, but I was like, eventually, when I do have that family, like, and I chose this career to follow, I'm gonna still have to leave them all the time because I chose. I know by then, like, I might have something else,
Yeah.
but I was like, I'm still thinking small minded. I think, and project management.
Have you ever like made any strides towards any of these?
I looked into them a lot. I was watching videos of people doing it. I was watching how to do it. I was looking at schools to apply to, and I mean, I never actually did it, but I informed myself well on both of those, and then I was like, that's pretty small minded. So I found project management. It's somewhat of a trade because you have to learn like everything, a little bit of everything, so you know what you're doing.
I noticed that about technicians that I've met throughout my life is they can't just get up and move to a new place out of nowhere because they have their family, they have their kids and their wives to think about. It's only people like me who can just like get up and leave.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, I'll be over there tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happened with this last job that I picked up in Odessa. Plus, they're more likely to stay in the same job for like forever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed that.
I like people with
I'm
families.
pretty sure you've worked with some sort of parent.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
You know, at Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
they want to be somewhere where like it's stable.
Yeah, they want somewhere stable where they can like no matter how bad they treat them, they'll still like stick it
Yeah.
out for their family.
So when you're
But-
looking for a job, do you look for somewhere like you might like, or just for the money?
Somewhere I can grow.
Somewhere you could grow. Hey, look,
Yeah.
as far as I've learned, working in one place, you can only learn so much.
Mhm.
You're gonna hit a plateau right away.
Well, yeah, with this project management thing, like the thing I've noticed is there's two routes you can go as far as like who you work for and how much money you make. You can work for a big company and stay in the same spot forever, or you can take a pay cut and work for a smaller company, but grow within the ranks there, and then you can from there you apply to these big companies, and you can have the like there's senior project managers and there's
What is
other
a project manager?
What is it? It's basically just a team of people that either use the resources you have or you outsource to build a project. So it could be a building, anything, any type of construction you can think of. It's a project. So you hire people within the company to kind of just like, all right, how much are we gonna pay for this? How much are we expected to pay for the whole thing? How long is it going to take us to do it? And then who are we going to hire for this? Because we have these people, but we also need these
people.
people.
Go to school for that, right?
And then I mean you can, but it's recommended for sure. But there's like different levels to the project man. You can be a project manager, but still be under this one, and still be under this one.
I feel like that's not something you just get into like without going to school.
Well, I mean, I know a couple of people who got into it without going to school.
Really?
Yeah, I know 3 people who are making like close to 6 figures without going to school from doing that.
Okay.
So that's why I found that out after I got into like looking into it, and it motivated me more. 'Cause I'm like, these people can do it, then I can do it. But I'm gonna go to school for it. I'd rather learn everything and feel confident in what I'm doing than kind of just trying to wing it.
Yeah, like learn it as you go.
Yeah, like that seems kind of sketchy to me.
No, somehow they made it.
Well, yeah, but they're going through classes and stuff like that. But they got lucky. It's all about who you know at the end of the day. They knew people. I didn't know them.
I mean, whatever you do, man, just get started.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to do it this year, but it did not work out. I couldn't pay for school, and I couldn't get a financial assistance either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I got to work on that, and I'll be good. But yeah, I liked it so far. From what I can tell, it seems interesting, and from there I can start my own company, which is what I'm looking to do.
Bet.
Yeah, and I got so many family members in construction that I can just hire them.
Working with families though is a little iffy. From everything I've heard.
I'm not working with them; they're working for me.
Yeah, that's a little iffy.
Well, but what about you?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, like you're planning
Like,
to grow.
oh, what about me? Like,
Yeah,
work
like
wise?
you're planning to grow with Alamo, or you're trying to stay there, or what do you want to do with your like, career wise?
There's a lot of trades I could go into.
Like
with what I've done, graphic design, carpentry, cooking, and like working in different kitchens and shit.
But what drives you? Like, what makes you most passionate out of those things?
All of it, honestly.
It's all equal.
Just like,
you don't have a love, like you don't have that baby that you like.
No,
you would wish you did that over anything
they're
else.
kind of all my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now it's like the cooking thing because that's what's making me money right now. Because that's what I've pursued. But yeah, it's like all of it's like I want to turn everything I do into like a business or like something I do like throughout my life. Like like let's say I work in the kitchen and then on my free time I'm able to build this thing like maybe like over like on my off time, like stuff like that, you know. And then
which one was you on a job in though? Because they can all 3 be your babies. But which one was like, okay, I can work in this and I want to do this because it brings me joy and I can do this on the side. Out of the 3, which one's like which? I see you most as like doing something with graphic design as your job, carpentry on the side, and then cooking for a hobby.
I mean, I can see that, but
that's what I see from the outside looking in.
Like, I feel like for me, what I feel like they're all interchangeable. Like, if I had one of those as my career, I'd be really happy. And then the others as a hobby.
I think you're too creative to just be like a chef, or just
I'm
like you're really good with color schemes and coming up with something on the computer and like even though you're not the best right now. Because
I would say okay, if I had to choose like top 2 to my career out of, it would be the cooking or the graphic design.
Yeah,
and carpentry as a hobby. Because I enjoy it, but I feel like I haven't spent enough time in it to like really get into it.
I mean, yeah, it is just
as much as I like.
Yeah.
I mean, I've made money off of it before.
My baby would be like if I could like somehow create this company and pass it on to someone like kid wise, like if let's say I have a kid, pass the company on to them. Like I want to keep a company within the family. Like I want to break the loop of being in fucking poverty, you know, growing up in it. So have something that we can always like just rely on. Yeah. But my baby would be like a food truck or a restaurant. Okay. That's the most stressful because restaurants are like the most common, most failed businesses ran in the U.S. I think the percentage of like failure rate is like 85% of restaurants. Restaurants.
Because if anything,
no
like,
restaurants.
Like let's say you're in a successful restaurant, starts popping, landlord raises the rent.
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be the problem.
Like
if you're making money, you gotta pay more money. But the thing is, like getting people at all to come to you. Yeah. What sets you aside from other?
For sure, yeah.
I would do a Texas, basically like what's it called? A Tex-Mex food truck, but Tex-Mex. Like super Tex-Mex. Like do like smoked meats and like tacos and stuff. So do like brisket tacos, but like legit brisket, not what's it called?
You're making me hungry right now.
I hate baked brisket. Yeah. It's juicy, but For me, brisket's all about the char.
Yeah.
For me,
Get that crust on it.
yeah, that's the brisket for me.
What about you, Serge?
You make me hungry, man.
For you, it's like the mechanic shit, right?
Fuck yeah.
Or flying planes.
That's what I'm looking at in the long run.
That's like
That's
a
none of
future
your
endeavor.
business. But
It's like a future endeavor.
I'm using my my skill in order to get there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to take out a big ass loan to do that.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know.
The reason for me the food truck's my baby is because I would want to, like, you know how we travel a lot now, but we don't really, like, see everything. We just kind of go point A, point B, and
Yeah,
it's,
like,
for the most part, when we go to the destination, it's like nothing, you know. The food truck would, like, I would plan out some sort of map on the U.S. and just go a whole circle around the U.S. This place I want to go to.
Yeah, just gotta make sure you do get all those permits and everything for where you go.
I mean, yeah. Every state's like kind of the same as far as where, like, the permits you need when where you can only serve in certain areas.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad actually. I thought it was a lot. It was overwhelming at first, but it's not that bad. I looked into it a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be dope, man.
Honestly, I like doing the technician thing. It's just every single day. It's like, okay, this truck's doing this. Figure it out. You know, after so many times, you're just like, oh my god, I'm so fucking tired of this. I mean, you'll get used to it. You'll know what it is.
Like you're
But
really into problem solving and shit.
There's some things where it's like a confounding issue where it's like multiple things all at once. I'm like,
Yeah, you gotta fix this.
I can't explain it. Some days you're in the mood, other days not so much. Like I told Nick, I told myself I'll never do it again, unless it's for like the right amount.
You found the wrong amount.
Yeah,
Right amount. I feel like that's with any job though. It's like some days you're just like, hell yeah, you know, I'm all about this. But other days it's like, man, I'm
I'm sure you're
tired.
I'm sure like that too, right?
Being in the
like,
kitchen, it's just like, no, the kitchen is always fucking stressful.
Yeah.
Like I always said, like if I were to start smoking at any point, it'd be because of the kitchen.
I started smoking cigarettes
100%.
because
100%.
of boredom.
Smoking cigarettes. Right, cigarettes, right? Or,
Yeah, cigarettes.
Okay.
I started smoking cigarettes because of boredom.
Really?
Yeah, I went out to Odessa for like a week, 2 weeks. There was nothing to do out there but be on my phone.
Was smoking fun?
Yeah, it was addicting.
Like, yeah, man, I was hooked on her immediately.
Nah, I'm done on nicotine right now.
Right now.
I'm only 2 days off, but
Are you?
because I was doing the puff bars, because they came out with these things called puff
Yeah.
bars that are like just
The disposable ones.
they're disposable and they have like these crazy good ass flavors and they're good. I'm not gonna lie. But I was hitting them for the flavors, not the nicotine, because the nicotine doesn't.
It's always
hit-
because of nicotine.
but the nicotine doesn't hit like a cigarette. I like the cigarettes because the cigarette, like the hit,
Mm-hmm.
it tastes like shit, but the hit's good. So these like basically jewel pods or puff bars, they don't hit. Like I can feel a little bit and then it goes away, but it doesn't hit like a cigarette hits.
Have you ever made out with someone who smokes?
No,
You taste.
but I can.
You taste
I
the
mean, I
fucking
can
cigarette.
imagine I smoked.
You just taste the cigarette.
Yeah, it's probably disgusting.
It's a flavor. I wouldn't say it's disgusting.
I don't like it.
I don't know what it
taste of
is.
Cigarettes in my mouth.
It's like you definitely you could tell it's a cigarette.
Yeah,
It's like it's really weird.
yeah, but
Have you felt yourself die
I'm off it.
over these past couple of years? You know, just working all the time.
No,
No,
because the work I've done, I've enjoyed.
I feel like after you've worked for so long, you know, just a part of you dies that they used to enjoy certain things.
No, because like even in the kitchen, I keep it creative.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like make different shit. Like that's on the menu or like people haven't made before. I just like go for it. It's like yeah, fuck it. We have all these ingredients. I'm just gonna be creative.
Well,
And then like servers and other people in the kitchen will come to me like, hey, can you make this? Or like I'll just make something random and like I'll give it to them and they like brings a smile to their face. Like I don't know, like makes me happy.
well, what I meant was is that remember this the past couple months you were working a lot, but you came home, you didn't really play video games as much.
Oh yeah, that's just in general. Like I just
And-
stopped.
So you just like kind of lose interest, and it's kind of hard to get back into it. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, because like I'd get home, I'd be tired. I was like, I don't want to like try to focus or anything on the video game.
Yeah.
So I just watch like TV or Netflix or some shit when I got home, just like to relax, wind down.
What about you? Have you felt that way or no?
I've died. Nah, I've actually been depressed for like 3 years.
I mean, that's That's like a overlaying thing
But no, but it was because of
for
what I
me.
was doing. Like just driving. Like I said, I felt like I didn't move anywhere in life.
Really?
Just seeing like, cause all my friends are like, not I don't want to brag or anything, but like all of them are pretty successful in like what they're doing and like graduating, and they're all getting these like really nice internships and they're making a lot of money, and like basically all the people I surrounded myself, like I'm the one that's like, oh, you shouldn't hang around with him. He's gonna bring you down.
Okay.
You know, I feel like I'm that guy.
Yeah.
And so from like, okay, 3 years ago this job was cool. We were all in the same position. You know, they weren't really doing anything. I wasn't doing anything. They were going to school, but like I didn't see the end result.
Yeah.
And then now that they're all graduating this year, well, they were supposed to, but you
Yeah.
know, now that I see them like moving on, I'm happy for them, but I'm jealous of them in a good way because it motivated me to like kind of like catch up with them.
You're around a lot of ambitious people.
Yeah.
In Townview, right?
Yeah, you are. And there's a couple people like me that weasel their way in, and I'm just surrounded by these people. The thing with me was that I always felt like the world owed me something. You know, people always kind of built me up like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, since I was middle school, like I always got like, oh yeah, you're gonna get a scholarship to here because you're this size and you play this and do this. So I never thought I had to work for anything. That's legit my mentality in high school and middle school, and then middle school I never like studied or anything, and I got high grades. You know, everything was almost an A every time, but that was almost everybody who wasn't dumb, like completely dumb.
Yeah.
I got to high school, I did the same thing. I approached it the same way. But I went to Townview, and so all my like freshman year, I like barely graduated.
Yeah.
So sophomore year, I stepped it up a little bit better. But I just did what I had to do to get by. And when I was graduating high school, everyone was going to college. I mean, and I wasn't. I mean, I got accepted into colleges, but I didn't like get scholarships because I was relying on some dumbass football scholarships to get me through because I thought I was owed that, you know?
Yeah.
So living your life like the world owes you something is like toxic and bad, and it takes you a while to get out of the mentality. And so I mean, obviously now I've learned my lesson, and don't feel it, don't think like that, because you're just getting disappointed every time.
For me, high school, I wasn't interested. Like that was my problem. I was just like, I didn't care enough.
I don't.
Probably.
Let me stop you really quick. I don't like when people say school's not for me. I don't know if you're about to say that.
Well, no,
but like
no, but that is true for people.
No. But school's not for anybody
Yeah.
at all. Like even
But
the people,
some people find their stride in it,
I mean, even if you find your stride,
and that's people usually compare themselves to.
But even then, like they hate it, but they're just going through it. You know what I mean?
Some people like school.
I haven't met anybody who.
I've met some people.
I've
like
never
school.
met anyone in college who's like.
I think
like actually like school.
I think it's a start. You know, it puts you in the habit of reading and actually thinking about things.
Yeah, definitely.
You can become educated
Like problem
without
solving.
you can become educated without actually going to school.
You know that guy Edward Snowden?
Yeah.
He didn't go to school.
I don't know
Go
that
to
is.
school.
So he's a guy who basically just went. He worked for the what's the company? The big ass. What's the name of that organization? The government organization that like basically spies, the CIA. He worked for the CIA and a bunch of other places as an agent. He didn't go to school, and you need a lot of school for that. But basically, he started off. He started off doing tech shit, and then he got noticed for his skills. They were pretty good because all he did, he failed school. Like high school, he failed it, but then he was good in this tech field. From there, he started reading books and learning more and educated himself. He didn't go to school. He got hired. He knew the right person. He got hired for this little agency, and then he went to CIA and then all this other shit. But he started learning shit about the government and how crooked it was, and how like all the behind the scenes shit. And he was seeing everything. And so what he started doing is he started going through all their servers, looking for every secret. And so he started doing everything. They caught on, and then he went to hiding, completely off the grid. Government couldn't find him for years. He came out in 2014 or 13 and did like his first like interview and shit like that. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast. They have a movie on him.
Okay.
Yeah, but someone like that, like he did not excel in high school, but he educated himself.
Well, school is only meant for a few amount of people.
Yeah, it's like it's dumb actually.
It's
we're all different, and they're trying to apply the same.
It only
shit
caters
for everybody.
to a small amount of learning. Of
But yeah, that's
you know what I mean, because everyone learns in
Different
their
ways.
own pace. And I don't know if you've heard of the saying, I see, and I remember, I hear and I forget, I do and I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of that?
No, never.
Never? Well,
It makes sense though.
it does, yeah.
But
So everyone learns in their own way.
Yeah, and then some teachers shouldn't really be teachers, and they're teaching.
Yeah, they're not very passionate about it.
Yeah,
It's just-
like I have a
it's a pay thing.
yeah.
I guarantee it. It's a pay
I
thing.
have a few friends who like they're teaching now, and one of my friends, he's like, this is his third year teaching, and he's very passionate about it, like in the sense that he cares for the kids, like themselves, like when they do something like nice for him, or when he like successfully teaches them something, he finds like a sense of accomplishment in that, and he knows teachers who don't give a fuck about these kids, but they'll never say it, and like in the conference room they just talk so much shit about them, and you know, it's just crazy how like I never got that, but I could tell who's who now that it's confirmed. You know, any kid can just think, "Oh, that teacher hates me," and it's like brushed off. But then now that it's confirmed for me, I'm like, "Damn, that's crazy."
Yeah.
Like I didn't know people like that got into that. He's like, "Yeah, they just take some sort of they get to school, they go for something else for school, and they go into some sort of Excel program just to make money as a teacher."
Damn.
Because it's like an easy like I think 60K
A
a
CS.
year.
That's how it is, man.
That's how it be. Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to find a virtuous person, especially over an interview.
Yeah,
People
for sure.
can bullshit.
Oh yeah, for
all the way
sure.
through.
I can bullshit pretty well in an interview. Well, not bullshit, but I come across very like I can kill an interview. Like that's how I've gotten my jobs. Like my resume is ass. I need to fix it because once I get an interview, like I usually kill it. I get along with people pretty well, and I can talk, and I'm not completely dumb.
I think I've only ever had like
Well, honestly, I don't think
two
you're
actual
that kid.
interviews.
Hmm?
I've only actually ever had two interviews,
Hmm.
and I got the job both times.
I've had 3, I think.
I get hired on the spot every single time.
Yeah, I've gotten hired on the spot every time. I got fired once too. On my last day,
I've quit twice.
I quit once.
Quit twice? Where?
I've quit at Sam's Club. I was like,
Alamo.
here's my 2-week notice.
They'll
But
let you-
my last day is tomorrow, and they're like, that's not a 2-week notice, and I was like, I don't know.
They'll fire you before that anyway.
yeah,
They didn't fire
will.
me for that. I was like, well, I'm
No, but
already-
they usually do. Like
They-
at Home Depot,
Oh well,
they would
yeah.
always do that.
I didn't work at Home Depot.
Yeah,
But like every company does that.
No, I didn't.
yeah.
I mean, they didn't do that to me.
I think if you would have stayed long enough, they probably would. They probably
Maybe.
would've.
Yeah.
And
But-
then at the
but
Alamo,
we-
I
but we
just
can't
no call,
confirm
no
it.
show
No call, no show.
twice.
They still hired you.
Yeah, they hired me back,
Yeah.
and they gave me a raise.
Yeah.
And they fired you again.
Yeah. Oh, I've been fired. I've been fired once now.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah.
It's funny.
Yep, I've been fired once. Does that mean you've been fired what?
I've been fired.
5 times?
Huh?
Huh?
I quit Home Depot. I left. I got fired from Costco, and then this one. I mean, I'm not fired. It's just that
Damn.
the company shut down.
I mean, my company shut down.
I know, but I was never given like, oh, you're laid off. You're not fired. You're fired.
Well, I feel like if a company tells you like, "Hey, we're not working anymore," like that means you're fired.
No, fire is like you did something purposely, or something happened where you can't be on the payroll anymore.
Something happened where you can't be on the payroll anymore.
Oh yeah, you're right. But I still wouldn't say fired. Laid off.
Yeah, like I was furloughed.
Yeah, because you have your job back later, right?
Yeah, like
Well, no, they said it wasn't for sure because Alamo might not be back.
Yeah, they're saying if it is, then
Yeah,
I will be hired.
Yeah,
back.
yeah. So you're not fired either.
Furloughed. What does furloughed mean?
I don't know, but I hear that word a lot.
Right?
For load
I'll be hearing that shit.
until
I don't know
further
what it
until
means.
further notice.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, I think so.
But I feel like I think it's like a fancy word for being fired. So I'm just gonna say I've been
I think
fired.
let go until we know.
Grant leave of absence too.
Okay,
Lay off
absence.
workers, especially temporarily.
Okay, so yeah, I haven't been fired. I've been laid off temporarily.
Yeah.
Technically, but it feels
Coming
like I've
off.
been fired.
Yeah, ain't no money coming in.
Shit, that check feel like I'm fired.
Yeah,
Hey,
it makes no difference. No money's coming in.
hey, look, you apply for unemployment, you ain't got no job.
The only thing I'm saying is, as long as my bills are paid,
Yeah,
I don't care about work. I could chill at crib if you want me to
like
chill
as
at
long
the
as
crib,
like the bill companies are like
All the banks,
deferring
yeah.
your shit
If the
for
bank,
you.
if the bank's like, yeah, we gonna chill on you, then I'm gonna chill at the crib.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care about staying. I'll stay at home gladly.
For
you
sure.
know? But if y'all gonna keep me at home, y'all better pay my bills or defer them.
Yeah. Put them to the side and shit.
Mm.
All right, guys, and that was episode 2 of the Rest Area Podcast.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Sergio.
Nice
Miss you.
having you back. You wanna say anything before you leave?
No.
Nah, it's fucking.
Alright,
He's
bet.
vibing.
Well, make sure
Yeah,
to stay
vibing.
positive during all this shit because depression can get the best of some people.
Yep.
So just make sure to stay positive.
Call someone if you need someone, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't go through no depression like that. But I know I'm not the same as everybody else. So yeah, stay positive, stay healthy.
Sure. And if, like we said last week, if you make music or something, let us know. Hit us up. We're looking for outro songs for the podcast, so that we we want to get together with the community, especially in these times. It's kind of hard to get your stuff out.
Well, yeah, and we'll try to record a few more episodes. Especially since there's nothing much to do right now. If we're gonna be quarantined,
We're gonna get you this content, guys.
we're gonna try actually, but unless
gonna
it's
try.
unless it's like mandatory quarantine, then we can't do anything about it because we can't get together.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
yeah.
We're gonna release an episode 1 on Monday and the next episode on Friday. So we'll try to get that to you as soon as possible.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Bet.